Hello, this is J-Stank. Welcome back to my channel. This is my third attempt trying to do some Master of Orion 2. I've been playing around with it, trying to get it working, not only technically but also my skill level, which is pretty terrible. I want to start at. We'll start at average on a medium world with 6 players and pre-warp. We'll go tactical combat and random events, but and Terran's attack, I don't want that. So, alright, let's create a race. We're gonna go with the custom race, and I want to be we'll be the Cylons here. And obviously we're gonna be the J-Stanks. J-Stankanites, and I'm gonna go with a democracy race with a large home world, if I can pick that, and we're gonna have to go with some minuses here, and let's see. We go minus ship defense. Oh, and then we could choose creative. That would be interesting. If we could have a creative democracy, we would have crazy research, and that would make the game a lot easier for me, that's for sure. I'm gonna play around with this a little bit, and then when we come back, we'll have a decent race here. Okay, I think we're gonna go with a pretty basic build. I chose democracy and omniscient, and the reason for democracy is you get the big bonus to research, and you're not penalized too much. And then omniscient is that you can see everything in the galaxy, no matter what. So we'll have a pretty big advantage going into space. I didn't choose really anything else. I could choose something like minus 0.5 BC to money, and then get like a rich home world and a large home world, and that would be pretty decent. I'm not sure if that means minus 4 BC per turn, or money bonuses affect the amount in credits a population could be taxed. Races with monetary bonuses have developed advanced commercial concepts, while races with penalties lack economic skills. Monetary modifier includes that. I think that means I just can't tax them higher than a certain percentage, which is really a desperation move anyway, so if you're really going to do that. Then I have 1 pick left, and I don't think there's anything that just costs 1. So besides that 1 I just picked there. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to go with the democracy, omniscient, minus money, and then a large and rich homeworld, basically. So I think that's gonna be it for the picking, and the ruler name would obviously be me, J-Stink. Cool. I want to pick something that's easy to see on the map, which is going to be blue. Okay, and our home star name will be the J-Stank Prime, sure. Bingo. So we're here. We already see that there's an amoeba there, so we're going to avoid that system. And Orion is here, so we're going to avoid that system. We have some enemies up north here in red. We have some guys over here in yellow, and down here in green. And the only reason we can see all these is because I have the omniscient trait, which allows me to see everything on the map, which is going to be helpful, especially for me being very not very good at this game. Well, let's look at our colony screen. We got our workers here. I could change these guys from farming to working, and they would give bonuses to whatever I decide to put them on. But we don't want to change them off of farming because they'll just starve to death. And we want to make sure we have just enough food for everyone. And then at first we're gonna put them on research first, and then we're gonna go ahead and look at the research screen. So for researching, we're going to start out with the electronic computers so we can get a research laboratory, get our research really flowing. Since we're a democracy, we're going to be really pushing out the research. And then we'll probably go for, after we get that, we're going to go for construction. And then we get automated factories, and then once we're done with that, then we'll start building our first colony ship, and then we'll figure out where we're going to want to go and what we want to do. So the first thing I want to do, like I said, electronic computers. And this is basically a turn-based game, so let's see how this... It seems like I can set tax rate to 50%. Maybe I get a worse bonus if it's like that. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The other screens here, this is my freighter fleet. If I had multiple systems, I would be able to transport, if I built freighters, I would be able to transport food from one colony to another, and personnel from one colony to another, and that's basically what the freighters are for. This is food, which is going to be helpful in, well, keeping everybody alive. These are command points. This will represent how many ships that I can have, and this one is my money, so 50 billion credits, and I'm getting 3 billion credits per turn. So that's pretty much all the UI there. The other things we're not going to really get into at the moment because, well, we're not really doing anything there yet, except for maybe my colony screen. So we'll go zoom down to my planet, and here's all the planets in my solar system, and I can see that there's some pretty decent maybe planets around, but this is my home planet, and from here I can build certain things. Right now we can't really build anything because we're just doing research, and if I try to put something on a build, I guess build time would be 1, even though there's no production, so we'll just do housing for now. But if I tried to build a colony base, it would take 1,000 turns, and that reason for that is because I don't have anybody on production. But if I put everyone on production, like so, and I try to build a colony base, then I would be able to do it in 15 turns, as you can see. We're just going to build housing for now, and it just takes to 1 turn even, well, actually, it just takes 1 turn no matter what. So just put housing on build so we can increase our population while we do some research. And I think that's a pretty decent start. We don't have any leaders at the moment, so let's not worry about that for now. And pretty much it. I think I want to get out of this screen. There's a button. There's going to be a couple buttons at the very bottom of my screen that I can't see, but that's okay, because I can see most of everything here. It's my monitor's fault. My monitor is being an asshole. Anyways, I could zoom in the map. I don't know why you'd want to do that. It's going to zoom back out so I can see everything. That's pretty much the most important thing. And then we're just going to turn. And nothing seems to happen, but if you look at the what do you call this, the solar system map, you can see that the planets kind of orbit the sun, which is kind of nice. And we got a breakthrough. So we got the electronic computer, and it increases chance to hit by 25%. So direct starships, weapon fire, so pretty much everything increases your chance to hit. We don't have any fighters right now, but that's okay because we're going to go right for the research laboratory. generates 5 research points and increases the research each scientist produced by 1. So that's actually a lot. So it's basically going to double my research once I have this. So we're going to do that. Actually, we're going to go we'll actually probably want to go for advanced automated factories, but I don't know what I want in between there, so let's look at all the options. So anti-missile rockets can only target missiles. They have a maximum range of 15 squares and will fire defensively against approaching missiles if not yet fired in that turn. The chance to score a hit is 85% minus 5% per square distance. So that's pretty good if we wanted if we were going up against an opponent that was missile based. Reinforced hull triples the structural integrity of a ship and provides more protection for the ship's drive systems, tripling the amount of damage required to destroy it. And fighter bays, which allows a ship to carry a group of 4 short-range fighters. They carry 1 beam weapon of the best type that can have, and the point defense modification, and can fire it 4 times before returning to the launch ship. That's kind of good, but anti-missile rockets are only good if you're going up against a missile ship, but if we take reinforced hull, then we're not going to be able to go back to anti-missile rockets. It'll be locked out, so let's see. That's actually a really good skill to have, that anti-missile rockets. Armor barracks, fighter garrison, spaceport. There's really nothing else. Anti-missile rockets are really handy to have, not gonna lie. So I think we are gonna have the anti-missile rockets. So we'll just go with that. It's a low-end tech, so it's not too big of a deal if I mess up with that one. But you do want to pick carefully. So we're going to go ahead and we are definitely going to advance the turns a little bit. Nothing really worth building right now. So we did get the anti-missile rockets. Can only target missiles. They have maximum range 15 squares and will fire defensively against approaching missiles if not yet fired in that turn. The chance to score a hit is 85% minus 5% square per distance. Okay, so now that we have automated factories, aid industry workers in their building of finished products. Generates 5 production and increases the production each worker generates by +1. And we will absolutely 100% get that, because that'll jumpstart our production, and that would be great. So we're going to just go ahead and get that. There's really nothing I can build at the moment until I get those automated factories, really. I want to get the research finished.